What was a loophole that you found and exploded? My all-girls high school had this archaic dress code that was basically institutionalized body shaming. Only girls with certain body types got flagged. My best friend Zoe, who was curvier, got dress coded 3 times in 1 week for the exact same skirt I wore without issue. Our vice principal, Ms. Hargrove, was essentially a 1950s etiquette teacher with a ruler. This woman would literally stand at the entrance measuring skirt lengths and making girls bend over to check for appropriate coverage. She kept a clipboard of modesty violations and had already given Zoe 2 Saturday detentions. After pulling Zoe out of AP chemistry for a dress code consultation, Ms. Hargrove smiled thinly and said, "1 more violation and you'll be suspended, dear. Some girls just need to be more careful with their appearance than others." I was furious. That night, instead of studying for finals, I actually read the entire student handbook, all 52 pages of it. At 1:15 a.m., fueled by righteous anger, I found gold buried on page 37. Dress code violations must be documented with specific measurements and photographic evidence to ensure consistent enforcement. I nearly fell off my bed. Ms. Hargrove never measured anything precisely or took photos. She just eyeballed girls she thought looked inappropriate. That weekend, I set the trap. I created measurement cards with the exact dress code specifications for every girl in our grade. On Monday, Zoe wore her normal uniform skirt, and I made sure 5 other girls of different body types wore identical skirts. We documented everything with photos and measurements. Tuesday morning, Ms. Hargrove stopped Zoe at the entrance. "That skirt is clearly too short. That's your 3rd violation this month." She was already writing on her clipboard when I stepped forward with our entire friend group. Actually, there have been 0 violations of the dress code in Zoe's outfit today. Her pen froze mid-stroke. "Excuse me? I can clearly see this skirt is inappropriate." "Oh, we're all wearing the exact same skirt," I said as we lined up side by side. I pulled out the highlighted handbook. According to this, violations must be documented with measurements and photos to ensure consistent enforcement. We've measured all our skirts. They're all exactly 2.5 inches above the knee, within code. If Zoe's violates the rules, then all of ours do too. The color drained from her face as she read the section. This isn't," she sputtered. "Isn't what? The official handbook the administration created?" I smiled. "Would you like to measure all of us right now to confirm?" She stormed off without another word. 2 days later, we received an email updating the dress code policy, removing the documentation requirement, and adding that final determination remains at administration's discretion. I was prepared for this. That night, I found another beautiful clause. Policy changes must be approved by the school board at quarterly meetings and cannot be implemented mid-semester. The next morning, our entire friend group walked into Principal Watkins' office, highlighted handbooks in hand. According to page 12, policy changes require board approval and can't be implemented until next semester. She studied the pages, then looked up with reluctant admiration. 20 years in education, and I've never had students actually use the handbook to advocate for themselves, she sighed. "You've certainly done your homework." Ms. Hargrove became obsessed with finding other infractions. She gave Zoe detention for disruptive behavior, for asking a question during silent reading. Principal Watkins tried a different approach, inviting our group to join a new student policy committee to review school rules. The opportunity was delicious. At graduation, Principal Watkins whispered to Zoe, "Georgetown Law will be lucky to have you." By the following year, the school had implemented a completely revised dress code focusing on neat appearance rather than measurements.